आपको इलेक्ट्रिकल एंड इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स का सिलेबस
Hello everyone, very good morning to all of you. My name is Samrat Sir Mishra. I have been teaching to OPSC candidates since 3 years. Last year some of my students, they appeared for OPSC Civil Services interview. Out of them some students qualified successfully. Now I have started teaching in Unacademy Plus. You can join Unacademy Plus by using my referral code EGOS, EASYOIS to get 10% discount on course fees. तो आम पॉलिटिकल डिस्कशन स्टार्ट करथिले लास्ट क्लास रे मु फीचर्स ऑफ द प्रीएम्बल पर्यंत आम डिस्कशन करथि एंड टुडे we'll discuss some characteristics salient features of the Indian Constitution. So let's discuss. The first and the foremost characteristic salient feature of the Indian Constitution is this is the fundamental and the organic law. In the very first class, I discussed regarding the basic meanings of fundamental and the organic law. Fundamental law means this is the mother to other laws. It means from the Constitution itself, other laws in India they have been derived. That is why this is called the fundamental law. And organic law, however, reason because it has the authority, it is completely competent enough to establish administrative machineries. We have two type of administrative machineries, one at the center, that is central administrative machinery, and at the state we have state administrative machineries. The next is the responsible government. It makes the government responsible to whom? It makes the government responsible to two things. One, first to the legislature, and second to the citizens of India. How to the citizen of India? Because as per the Constitution, we the preamble discuss we the people of India. It means in the same way, it means both the Constitution as well as the government, they derive their authority and power from the people of India. That is why the government is completely responsible to the citizens itself. The next is welfare state. Welfare state means maximum happiness to maximum people. Here meaning maximum happiness to maximum people meaning कि वेलफेयर स्टेट रो मीनिंग यदि हम देखो देन इट मींस जन मंगलकारी राष्ट्र. ये प्रत्येक it should have inclusive growth जहाँ भी होगा गोटे स्टेट रे गोटे कंट्री that should include all the sections of the society, marginalized section कहंतु, vulnerable section कहंतु, underdeveloped section कहंतु, each and every section will be included in that. So welfare state ऊपर discussion part 4 DPSP directive principle of the state policies रही ताको हम discussion करिबा in the near future. Next and the most important feature is the preamble. So preamble is the introductory statement of the Indian Constitution, and in preamble आम कौन पाउछन the basic ideals, the basic features, the basic philosophies of the Indian Constitution has been enshrined in the preamble to the Constitution of India. So preamble पढ़िले आम Indian Constitution complete summary जानि परिबा. The next is the lengthiest constitution of the world. Why it is lengthiest constitution? Why Indian Constitution is the lengthiest one? Because there are certain causes for which it is the lengthiest. The first is the impact of the Government of India Act 1935. Government of India Act 1935 from both significance of the Constitution of maximum provision of the 1935 Act, you will find the same provisions are being reflected in the Constitution itself. That is why 1935 Act already called and when we have made reference from that Act, the Constitution itself, that also became bulky. This is the first historical factor for which the Indian Constitution is the lengthiest one. The second is the geographical factor. Geographical factor means it is a quite known fact that India is a diversified country, geographically diversified, diversification on the basis of culture, on the basis of language, on the basis of caste, religion, on each and every basis, India is a diversified country. Still, we agree that unity in diversity is the special features, unique characteristics of the government of India or the Indian state. So जेहेतु गोटे एत बड़ कंट्री अच्छे हम पाखरे एंड ऑटोमेटिकली व्हेन देयर विल बी डाइवर्सिफाइड सेक्शन ऑफ द सोसाइटी देयर डिमांड्स विल बी डाइवर्सिफाइड सेमान पाखरे डाइवर्सिफाइड डिमांड रहबो एंड द स्टेट इज देयर और द गवर्नमेंट इज देयर टू सैटिस्फाई टू द or to cater to the demands of the diversified sections. ଯେତେବେଳେ government diversified section को cater କରିବାକୁ ଚାହିଁବ by means of policies and schemes, automatically government needs more laws, and all those laws are included in the organic and the fundamental law of the land, that is the constitution. This is the reason for which the constitution is a bulkier one. The next provision which makes the constitution more lengthier is this is drawn from various sources. Meaning different provision of the Indian constitution we have taken from the different sources. For example, we fundamental rights we have taken it from the United States of America Bill of Rights. Directive principles of the state policies we have taken this from the Irish constitution. In the same way, different provision of the constitution has been taken from the different constitutions, and finally we have a bulky constitution. The next is the single same constitution both for the state and for the center. In India, we know that we have a federal polity. Federal polity means two government. Two government means division of the role, responsibility, power, authority, legislative power, executive power, and everything has been completely divided. The separation of the power which exists in the federal government, got a single constitution that caters both to the requirement of the central government as to the requirement of the state government. For that purpose also, this the constitution is a bulkier one. Here I have given some points from which country's constitution we have taken which type of characteristics. For example, from the Ireland we have taken DPSPs, nomination of the members to Rajya Sabha, method of election of the president. These things we have taken from Ireland. Federation with a strong center we have taken from Canada. Procedure established by the law we have taken from Japan. Ideals of justice, fundamental duties we have taken it from the Soviet Union, USSR constitution. From UK we have taken rule of law, legislative procedure, single citizenship, cabinet system, parliamentary privilege, and bicameralism. From United States we have taken fundamental rights, independence of the judiciary, judicial review, post of vice president, removal of the Supreme Court and High Court judges, impeachment of the president. All these things we have taken from the United States of constitution of the US. From Germany we have taken suspension of the fundamental rights during emergency. South Africa election of members of Rajya Sabha and procedure for amendment in the Indian constitution. From the France, ideas of liberty, equality, and fraternity we have taken. These terms these are important political keywords. Political philosophies, ideals are embedded in those terms, and once you cover the entire syllabus of Indian polity and constitution, you will be quite familiar with these terms along with their description and explanation. So in my upcoming courses, gradually we will cover all the syllabuses which is given there. So I have discussed this one. The next and the most important characteristics of the Indian constitution is rigidity and flexibility. Yar meaning Constitution can be amended. Why amendment procedure is given to the constitution? I'm giving you the example. I'm taking the live example of Indian constitution. Let's say it was started formulation of the Indian constitution in 1947 and ended in the 1949. So 1949 re ame jaha constitution formulation karithile by the rules and regulations constitution embed heiki rahithila. With the passage of the time, definitely am manakara requirement change hi chalibo. Requirement in the sense manyantu diversified section thile purboru reservation dhire dhire ame start through Mandal Commission, other backward caste, ST manaku. So later on EWS manaku bhi ame reservation daba start kale. So that depends upon the time anusare amar demand changes out. So demand anusare law jo hochi, jo legal system hochi, legal machinery hochi in India, that should be changed with respect to the time. So for that purpose we need amendment. Jodi ame fixed constitution hi rakhideba ki changes hei paribani, konsi samay re ame constitution amendment kari paribani. So according to need of the hour, whenever it is required to change the constitution ba law ko अनुसार implement करिया पई हमें करि परिबानी. So for that purpose, maximum times you will finding many constitutions they are flexible in nature. Flexible in terms of what? Flexible in terms of their provision. We can change their provisions as per the requirement only. Now the question arises, जदि हम already गोटे law रखिचंती, constitution रखिचंती, कोन पे रखिचंती कि to have the केमती state को govern कर दे परिबो, तो state को govern करिया पई हम पाखे constitution अछि. वर्तमान कथा होछि जदि completely flexible कर दबा, then the authority lies to the parliament. Parliament 368 article use करके constitution को amendment करि परिबो. जदि article 368 use करिके amendment करूछि ताले as per the requirement parliament को जेमती ठीक लागिवो से अनुसार law को change करि परियो बा constitution को change करि परियो. So for that purpose some parts should be rigid माने याकू amend करिवा जेमती किछि पार्ट को difficult हेतवा दरकार बा पाखा पाखी ना कहले चलिबो बा जदि procedure enter procedure देखिबा हमें सी completely different हेतबो as compared to the flexible part of the Indian constitution. तले में finally summary पाइबा कि Indian constitution न किछि provision रहउची जहा को हमें easily amend करि परिबा आउ किछि provision रहउची Indian constitution ने जहा को easily amend करा जाय परिबो नाही. So for that purpose, Indian constitution is called a blend of rigidity as well as flexibility. The next is the secular state. Secular state ro meaning what? It means the state has no religion. Last class रे मु discussion करथिली. The state रो देखंतु पूर्वरु कोन थिला जो माने religious heads थिले they were the political heads. Religious heads were the political heads. So there was a clear there was no demarcation line of demarcation between religion and politics. Both were same. Religion and politics या भीतर intermixing थिला बा दी जन को भीतर religion को और politics को हम दिरा को completely separate करि परनथले बा dichotomy मु जदि कहबी dichotomy was not exist but later on जेतोळ हम देखले religion गोटे separate matter and modern country मान कर देखले religion गोटे separate matter and in the same way politics is a separate matter. Head of the state and head of the religion they are completely separate entities and separate individuals. So for that purpose ये कहूची कि secularism रा basic meaning कोन ना state will not have any official religion. It means जदि हम इंडिया रा कथा कहबा कि in India majority are the Hindus, so can we declare India as a Hindu country? This is not possible because in the constitution it is clearly mentioned that India is a secular country. It means government state रा कोनोसी प्रकार religion रहबन rather जो समय दरकार गोटे स्टेट गोटे रिलीजन को सपोर्ट करिया पई द गवर्नमेंट इज देयर द गवर्नमेंट विल सपोर्ट दैट पर्टिकुलर रिलीजन. तला हम एटु कोन बुझिले जदि सेक्युलरिज्म रो मीनिंग देखियो दीटा टाइप रो मीनिंग हि पारे गोटेला पॉजिटिव मीनिंग गोटेला नेगेटिव मीनिंग. पॉजिटिव मीनिंग कोन ना whenever it is required the support will be provided by the state to a particular religion. Negative meaning कहले religion and politics or the state they are completely different. एमान को भीतर कोनस प्रकार रिलेशनशिप रहि परिबो नै. Even if whenever a religion needs support from the state or support from the government that will not be given by the state to that particular religion. So इस सेंस रे हम कहि परिबा कि secularism is negative but जदि whenever it is required the support is given by the state to the particular religion ताले हम कहि परिबा कि that is positive connotation of the secularism. In other countries you will be finding negative connotation of the secularism whereas in India you will be finding a very positive connotation of the secularism. So for that purpose what we say Indian form of secularism is unique the unique feature throughout the world. Hope this is clear. The next and the important characteristics of the Indian Constitution is the federal system. Federal system कहले हमें कौन बुझांछ. I have already discussed the existence of the two government. One government at the center जहाँ हम central government बा government of India कहउछंती and another government at the state level जहाँ हम state government कहउछंती. For example government of Odisha, government of West Bengal, government of Karnataka ये सब होछंती state government. जेहेतु दीटा government exist करूची we call the entire system as the federal system. Unitary bias कहले हमें कौन बुझांती because 7th schedule of the Indian Constitution देखिबे जेमती स्टेट और सेंटर एमान को भितरे लेजिस्लेटिव प्रोसेस रे कोनोसी प्रकार डिस्प्यूट क्रिएट न हो क्लास क्रिएट न हो फॉर दैट पर्पस इट हैज बीन क्लियरली मेंशन्ड इन द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन दैट दीस आर द ऑन दिस सब्जेक्ट यूनियन गवर्नमेंट लॉ फॉर्मुलेशन करि परिबो ए सब्जेक्ट मान को ऊपर स्टेट फॉर लॉ फॉर्मुलेट करि परिबो ए सब्जेक्ट मान को ऊपर बोथ यूनियन एंड द स्टेट लॉ फॉर्मुलेशन करि परिबो. सो फर्स्ट केस रे हम आपको कहले यूनियन लिस्ट जो जगह यूनियन गवर्नमेंट लॉ फॉर्मुलेट करि परतला. सेकंड केस रे तक कहले हम स्टेट लिस्ट जो जगह केवल स्टेट गवर्नमेंट लॉ फॉर्मुलेट करि परिबो. एंड रिगार्डिंग कंकरेंट लिस्ट both the state government and the union government they enjoys the authority to formulate laws for the concurrent list. तो unitary bias कहले हम कोन बुझनी मानिनन तो सेम law central government by government of India द्वारा formulate होइछि and simultaneously it has been formulated by the state government. At that point of time जदि कोनोस प्रकार dispute arises among these two laws सेतबेले the central law will prevail. Central law importance अधिक रहबा as compared to the law which was formulated by the state government. So for that purpose हमें एटी unitary biasness रखा जाइछि. Maximum authority has been given to the union government. Central government को अधिक authority दिया जाइछि. State government को अधिक authority दिया जाय नाही. एई कारणरु हमें कोन कोनथि इंडिया को this is indestructible states indestructible union of destructible states. जहाँ पर discussion union and territory पढला बेले comprehensively करिवे. The next is the parliamentary form of the government. पार्लियामेंटरी फॉर्म ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट ऊपर लास्ट क्लास में डिस्कस करथिले कंप्लीटली यार मीनिंग होची कि गवर्नमेंट रो तीनटा ब्रांच थाए वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड लेजिस्लेचर एग्जीक्यूटिव एंड जुडिशियरी व्हेनेवर वी नीड अ क्लियर कट लाइन ऑफ डिमार्केशन बिटवीन लेजिस्लेचर एंड एग्जीक्यूटिव दैट फॉर्म इज प्रेसिडेंशियल फॉर्म ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट किंतु जदि हम लेजिस्लेचर चाहती कि एग्जीक्यूटिव शुड बी अकाउंटेबल रेस्पोंसिबल टू द लेजिस्लेचर एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम वी नीड पार्लियामेंटरी फॉर्म ऑफ द गवर्नमेंट इन इंडिया जदि हम देखिबा ताले लेजिस्लेचर किए ना लेजिस्लेचर होची पार्लियामेंट को केमथि कोनती मेंबर माने केमथि जानती दे आर इलेक्टेड बाय द सिटीजन ऑफ इंडिया executive is prime minister and the council of minister. Now the prime minister and council of minister, they belong to the legislature first, then they are executives, so there is no line of demarcation between the legislature and the executive. So this system को हम पूछते हैं parliamentary form of the government that we have adopted in India. So next is the single citizenship कहले हम कौन बोलते हैं Maninantu, we have already discussed कि Indian polity is a federal polity. At the center there is central government and at the state there is state government. So जेहेतु दीटा government अच्छी, does it mean that we will have dual citizenship? One citizenship for the being the citizen of India and another citizenship for another identity card for being the citizen of Odisha. So all these things are not allowed because we have a single citizenship. It means Odisha citizenship, Karnataka citizenship, Andhra Pradesh citizenship. So state-wise citizenship nahi, rather union-wise, bas India-wise, country-wise citizenship अच्छी कि we are the citizens of India. जेमती United States of America हुए, और state ପାଇଁ ଗୋଟେ citizenship ରହିବ plus union ପାଇଁ ଗୋଟେ citizenship ରହିବ. So dual citizenship नहीं, rather India रे हम पाखरे single citizenship irrespective of the states. Same identity card को हमें use करी परिबा throughout India. कौन सी भी जगह रे same identity card को हमें utilize करी परिबा. So for that purpose this is called single citizenship. The next is integrated and independent judiciary. So let's understand these two terms, integrated and independent. Integrated judiciary meaning कौन? जेमते हम डिस्कशन कले सिटीजनशिप ऊपर सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट और स्टेट गवर्नमेंट यहाँ पे दुईटा सिटीजनशिप नाही. इन द सेम वे जुडिशियरी सिस्टम रे हम पाखरे गोटे इंटीग्रेटेड जुडिशियरी अच्छी. इट मीन्स स्टेट लॉ आम तीन टाइप लॉ डिस्कस कले इन द 7th शेड्यूल यूनियन लिस्ट, स्टेट लिस्ट एंड कनकरेंट लिस्ट. आम कह यूनियन लॉ रो वायोलेशन पई आम सुप्रीम कोर्ट जीवा, स्टेट लॉज रो वायोलेशन पई हाई कोर्ट जीवा. नहीं एमिति होइनी इंडिया रे, रादर दिस इज इंटीग्रेटेड जुडिशियरी. इट मीन्स स्टेट लॉ हो बा यूनियन लॉ हो आम जो जुडिशियरी सिस्टम आम पाखर रहइबो सी इंटीग्रेटेड अप्रोच रहइबो. जेमति कि लोअर कोर्ट पर डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट पर हायर कोर्ट, देन आफ्टर हायर कोर्ट हाई कोर्ट, देन हाई कोर्ट पर अछि हमर सुप्रीम कोर्ट. सो ये प्रोसेस ऑफ अपील ई वे रे आम जाई परिबा. इवन इफ हाई कोर्ट सेंट्रल लॉ अगेंस्ट रे जदि कोन सेंट्रल लॉ अगेंस्ट रे भी केस करछंती ताले हाई कोर्ट रे केस करा जाई परिबो and high court has the authority to dismiss or squash that law because we have integrated judiciary. Hope this is clear, the very basic meaning of integrated judiciary जो हम discussion कले कि for entire India we have a single form of judiciary जो हम integrated कहते हैं. The next keyword here is the independent judiciary. Independent judiciary meaning कौन? I have already discussed कि government has three branches, legislature, executive and judiciary. तो देखिले हमें legislature and executive ये independent नहीं. Legislature and executive emanako the relationship achi, but there is no clear cut line of demarcation between these two branches of the government. But in case of judiciary, what happens? Judiciary is completely separate from executive and legislature. Meaning into administration now, judiciary administration now, but judges मानकर रोस्टर है ये completely all the administration verdict दवार process judicial proceedings ये सब completely depend करची judiciary ऊपर even if appointment जदि हम कहबा judge मानकर एथिरे legislature और executive रो कोनसे प्रकार रोल नाही. So judiciary is completely independent in India. So why independent judiciary is required? Because we have already discussed कि government रो तीनटा branch हम discuss कले legislature, executive and judiciary. So to avoid concentration of the power. Why to avoid concentration of the power? Because power corrupts and absolute power corrupts very absolutely. So for that purpose, to diminish corruption, to decrease corruption, to have a welfare state and to have proper economic growth and development of the country, we need less corruption. So more the centralization, more will be corruption or more will be authority गोटे जगह concentrated है कि more अधिक रहेगा. So the decentralization हमें कर दोचंती, power को divide कर दोचंती between three branches of the government, legislature, executive और judiciary भितर, then automatically city corruption level intensity of the corruption will decrease. So for that purpose we have independent judiciary which will be there to scrutinize the arbitrary action of the state and the arbitrary action of the legislature or arbitrary action of the executive. So this is the basic meaning of integrated and independent judiciary. I hope this is clear. Next is parliamentary form of the government. यहाँ पर मैं complete discussion करी regarding parliamentary form of the government कि legislature, executive, kimti how executive is answerable to legislature. For that purpose, we have parliamentary form of the government. The next is the fundamental rights. Fundamental rights, why it is there? It has been given in the part 3 of the Indian Constitution, and fundamental rights are there to protect citizens. कहाँ to ये protect करो citizen मानो from the arbitrary action of the state. Legislature हो बा executive हो, जो legislature बा executive रो कौन सी action सिटीजन मानकर राइट्स को वायोलेट करूची बा सिटीजन मानकर अगेंस्ट रहउची बा कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल राइट्स अगेंस्ट रहउची एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम जुडिशियल रिव्यू यूज करी सुप्रीम कोर्ट बा हाई कोर्ट से लॉ को स्क्वाश डाउन करि परिबे बा से लॉ को इनवैलिड बोली डिक्लेयर करि परिबे. The next is DPSP's Directive Principle of the State Policies. It means this is simply an instruction to the state. What for? For the formulation of the policies. The basic meaning of DPSP is to provide a welfare state. Welfare state means maximum happiness to the maximum people. The inclusive growth केमती ही परिबो, pace of development केमती अधिक होई परिबो, speedy development केमती ही परिबो. ये सब कारण पई state गवर्नमेंट को कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन जो इंस्ट्रक्शन देचंती कि पॉलिसीज को टाइप रहबा दरकार सोशियो इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ पई सोशियो इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट पई ताको हम डीपीएसपीस बोली कोंती, and it has been enumerated in the part 4 of the Indian Constitution. Next is universal adult franchise, which means जो मानकर एज इंडिया 18 years रू अधिक they can participate in the political process. डेमोक्रेटिक प्रोसेस रे माने पार्टिसिपेट करि परिबे, जे इलेक्शन लड़ी परिबे, इलेक्शन में पार्टिसिपेट करि परिबे, जाको में यूनिवर्सल एडल्ट फ्रैंचाइज बोली कोंती. The next is the emergency provision. Emergency provision नो मीनिंग कुछ कि किछि अनफोर्सिन सिचुएशन माने ना रिसेंट केस जेमति गोल्डन वैली रो केस इतरा चाइनीज एग्रेशन चाइनीज आर्मी रो एग्रेशन टुवर्ड्स इंडिया जदि एग्रावेटेड फॉर्म रहितांता और अधिक होइतांता एग्रेशन डिक्लेयर रहितांता बा जदि वार रहितांता ये सब सिचुएशन को हम इमरजेंसी सिचुएशन बोली कोंती. अलोंग विथ फाइनेंशियल ब्रेकडाउन बा इकोनॉमिक स्लोडाउन जदि सीवियर इकोनॉमिक स्लोडाउन होछि देन फाइनेंशियल इमरजेंसी भी लागि परिबो. सो अनफोर्सिन सिचुएशन को हैंडल करिया पई फेडरल सिस्टम को जो इंडिया रो फेडरल पॉलिटी अछि ताको हैम्पर न करिया पई सेंटर स्टेट रिलेशनशिप ठीक रखिया पई गवर्नमेंट रो 3 ब्रांचेस लेजिस्लेचर एक्जीक्यूटिव जुडिशियरी भीतर ठीक भाबरे पावर सेपरेशन करिया पई रोल रेस्पोंसिबिलिटी को सेपरेट करिया पई ड्यूरिंग द इमरजेंसी प्रोविजंस. ये आर्टिकल 352 356 360 इधर क्लियर प्रोविजन इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन लिखा जाय कि जदि कोन से प्रकार अनफोर्सिन सिचुएशन आसुची देन हाउ द पॉलिटिकल लीडरशिप बा हाउ एक्जीक्यूटिव विल मैनेज द सिचुएशन मामे केमती सिटीजन मान को राइट्स को प्लस कंट्रोल ग्रोथ को प्रोटेक्ट करि पारे. So these are all about the salient features of the Indian Constitution. I'll be coming up in the next session with some other topics to be discussed from the Indian polity and Constitution. So those who are not there in those who have not subscribed to Unacademy Plus, subscribe to Unacademy Plus by using my referral code EGOS. Use the referral code EGOS so that you will be getting 10%. You will be getting 10% discount on your course fees. So this is the referral code. Use it. There are many educators in Unacademy, those who will guide you throughout your preparation. All the subjects, history, geography, economics, polity, current affairs, environment, everything will be covered under a single roof. You don't need to bother about completing your syllabus before the examination. There will be time-bound completion of the syllabus of your examination. Plus, there will be weekly test, there will be doubt clearing session, and many more facilities that will be getting in Unacademy. So let's join to Unacademy and let's crack the examination. So thank you everyone. See you in the next class. Have a good day.